What is up guys, welcome to HITC Football. We're all eagerly waiting for the World Cup to start. In this video, I will predict every single group, from the group stage to the round of 16 to the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. Without further ado, let's get the predictor on your screen right now and let's get right into the video. My top spot for this group is the Netherlands, of course. I'm Dutch, how can I not back my own nation? We have some great players, come on now. Memphis Depay, Frankie de Jong, Virgil van Dijk. So in second, we have the choice of Qatar, Ecuador and Senegal, and there's already one country that we can just push aside. Qatar, I'm sorry, at your own tournament, you're not going to go to the knockout round. Then the only teams left are Ecuador and Senegal. And where I think that Ecuador are a tough team, don't get me wrong, they qualified for this tournament in like a very tough system. The whole South America system is pretty difficult with a lot of great nations. But the fact that they qualified ahead of the likes of Colombia, yeah, my pick goes out to Ecuador. I really think that they are going to make it out of this group. Senegal are not going to make it out of the group, and Qatar, like I said before, no way you're making it out of this group. It's time for Group B, where we have England, Iran, USA and Wales. And again, in this group there is a clear favorite, because if England don't top this group, then I will just buy a shirt with Harry Maguire on the back. And for those of you saying that that's not a forfeit, first of all, I have to spend money on a shirt with somebody who claims to be a football player on the back. And on the other hand, I'm not even from England, so why would I wear an England shirt? So then we still have second spot, and we have three nations that will be able to qualify there: Iran, USA and Wales. And immediately from the top, I'm going to say that Iran is not going to qualify for the knockout round. So it's between the USA and Wales. I will put Wales ahead of the USA to qualify for the knockout rounds in Group B. I think it's actually gonna happen. It's time to move on to Group C, where we have Messi, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. Yes, I didn't say Argentina, I said Messi. Okay, now that's going too far. Argentina have a great team. It's not only Messi, and that is Argentina's main strength at this tournament. They're currently going on an insane unbeaten run, and with the form that Messi is currently in, it makes a good team an absolutely insane team. And especially with the other countries, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland, the worst ranked nation in the entire World Cup. So I think I said everything about Saudi Arabia, right? So Mexico and Poland are the only two countries that actually have a chance of making out of this group. If you ask me, Mexico together with Argentina will go to the round of 16. It's time for Group D, where we have France, Denmark, Tunisia and Australia. And with all of these groups so far, there has been one clear favorite, and the same happens in Group D. Because the current title holders are France, they won it in 2018. I don't back them to win it this time around, but I definitely back them to top their group. In this group, I think that there are two nations that have no way of making it to the round of 16. Tunisia is pretty straightforward, but the same goes for Australia. So the only logical choice seems to put Denmark in second. And not only because Tunisia and Australia are that bad, also because Denmark just has a pretty good team. Christian Eriksen obviously is their star man, but they also have the likes of Kjær, Dolberg and some other great players in the squad. So Denmark will be in second in this group. So that's the first half of the group stage done. It's time to move on to Group E, and this group is very interesting. Spain, Germany, Japan and Costa Rica. And for the first time this video, it's actually going to be a difficult task to put one of these nations in first. And the two nations battling for those spots are Spain and Germany. Germany being one of the best nations to play in the World Cup, winning the competition 4 times. But in 2018, it wasn't really their tournament, going out in the group stage already. And this year, there's no chance that they're going to be that bad. And I even think that I'm going to put them ahead of Spain in this group. And I mean, we can talk about Japan, we can talk about Costa Rica, but let's be honest, they have no chance of making out of this group with Germany and Spain ahead of them. So in second spot, I'm going for Spain because they have a good team. The main problem for Spain is that I don't think they have a great out-and-out striker. Alvaro Mata was always destined to become that man, but he never really became that target man, that killer up front for Spain. And I think eventually that will break them up during the tournament, so that's why I don't think that they will make it past the semi-finals. And that's why I personally think that they will finish behind Germany in this group. Group F consists of Belgium, Canada, Morocco and Croatia, and this group doesn't look that appealing, but believe me, this will be a very tough group, and I think that we will see an upset here. The weakest nation in this group I think is going to be Canada. We have some good players with the likes of Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies, but the rest of the squad doesn't really speak to me. And in third, I think that Morocco will get pretty close to actually making out of the group, but still I think that they will fall short eventually, because two nations are just better than them. We have Belgium and Croatia going to the knockout round, but in which order? And this is where we get our first big upset, because I think that Belgium are going to finish in second, which isn't really that much of an upset because they will still make it to the round of 16. But not in first place, but in second place, because I think think that Croatia will finish top of the group. And Belgium recently haven't been that great. So for me, that just shows that the golden generation of Belgium is now over. And that's why I think that they will finish second in this group, just behind Croatia. In Group G, we have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland and Cameroon. Let's not dwell on this too much. Brazil will definitely go top of the group. Cameroon, I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about. But on the other hand, that already says enough because they don't make an impression on me. And I'm pretty sure the same goes for the rest of the world because nobody talks about Cameroon. So I don't think that they will be able to make it out of this group. So Switzerland and Serbia are the only other two nations that are able to make it to the round of 16 in this group, in my opinion. And I think it's very, very, very close between these two. Switzerland were great at Euro 2020, knocking out France as well. But I think that was a one-time thing. And I personally think that Serbia are going to make it out of the group. The last group before we move on to the round of 16 is Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay and South Korea. And with this one we're going from the top again because I think that Portugal will definitely qualify in first in this group. Cristiano Ronaldo might not be in great form for Manchester United this season, but I think at the World Cup something might happen to Ronaldo and we might see him back to his best form again. But apart from that, Portugal are just the best country in this group if you ask me. And together with Portugal, I think that Uruguay are going to make it out of the group stage. I wouldn't completely write off Ghana and South Korea. They have some good players, Kudus for Ghana, Min Jae Kim and of course Heung-min Son for Korea. But let's see which games we will see in the round of 16 if the groups actually finish the way that I think they will. So the first game will be the Netherlands versus Wales. This is a very interesting one. We have Argentina, Denmark, England versus Ecuador, France versus Mexico, Germany against Belgium. See, this is what we're looking for. Brazil against Uruguay, also a very, very tough one. Croatia versus Spain. Ooh, it's just getting better and better. And Portugal versus Serbia. So let's start off with match 1, my Netherlands versus Wales. And I just have to back the boys. The Netherlands going to the quarterfinals. Wales, unfortunately, are going out. But this one isn't that crazy. The Netherlands probably have a better player in every single position. So yeah, the Netherlands going to the quarterfinals. This is not a crazy prediction, right? Then we have Argentina versus Denmark. Also, this one I think is pretty straightforward. I think that Denmark is a decent team, some great players, very organized, but not enough to stop Argentina and Messi in my opinion. England against Ecuador also is a formality if you ask me. France versus Mexico, the same thing if you ask me. And now we have Germany against Belgium. Now this is a tough one. And this will be a massive upset finally, because I think Belgium are going to go out in the round of 16. All that hard work for nothing basically. Because who remembers the nation that goes out in the round of 16? I think they have the better team. So Germany to go into the quarterfinals at the expense of Belgium. Brazil versus Uruguay, a South American clash. But Neymar's Brazil, I think it will be a difficult game for them. But Brazil definitely going to the quarterfinal. Croatia, Spain. Now this is a real tough one. I don't really have a clear favorite for this one immediately. But I think that I actually have to back Spain to go to the quarterfinals in this one. I think unfortunately it's over for Croatia. I think you can call their current generation a golden generation as well. I mean, they reached the finals of the last World Cup. But I mean, this one will be an upset, I think. But yeah, I see Spain going into the quarterfinal. Portugal against Serbia. Must be Portugal, right? I mean, we have to back Portugal. Strangely enough, all the number ones are going to the quarterfinals except for Croatia. Pretty normal rounds, no upsets here, no big upsets apart from Croatia and Belgium. So let's go to the quarterfinals and see which games we will find here. Oh my days, we have the Netherlands versus Argentina, Germany, Brazil. The Brazilian people are getting flashbacks again from that 7-1. England against France. Oh, this is not a joke anymore, guys. This is the real thing. This is what the World Cup is about. Spain versus Portugal as well. Guys, there are no joke games anymore. This is serious. The Netherlands versus Argentina. And see, this is where it's going wrong. We're going out in the quarterfinals. There's no way that we're making it past Argentina. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. See, I can be biased and say the Netherlands are going to the semifinals, but I mean, something crazy would actually have to happen in order for that to really come to fruition. Germany, Brazil, yeah, this will be a great clash. The last time Germany were victorious, Brazil were humiliated 7-1 in their own country. And this is not going to happen again. Brazil are going to knock out Germany this time. They will get their revenge. Brazil is going to the semifinal. England versus France. Oh, this is a very, very tough one if you ask me. After reaching the finals in the Euros in 2021, will they be able to knock out France? I really don't know, and I really don't think so either. And I mean, there are always upsets in the World Cup, and you know what? This might actually be one of them. I'm gonna say it. England will knock out France in the quarterfinal. Then we have Spain versus Portugal. And I would love to say Spain, but I truly think that Portugal would actually win this game. Like I said, I really think that Ronaldo is going to be in top form during this tournament. And where Spain doesn't have an out-and-out striker, Portugal have Cristiano Ronaldo. And I also think that Portugal's defense is a little bit better, so Portugal will knock out Spain. So the semi-final games are Argentina versus Brazil and England versus Portugal. Argentina-Brazil is going to be such a tough one. Neymar versus Messi. I honestly can't believe this will be a great game. And I know that both Neymar and Messi have the dream of winning the World Cup, but to Neymar, I would say wait another 4 years, play the next World Cup, because Argentina and Messi are going to knock out Brazil. And then we have England-Portugal. And I hate to say it, but England are notorious for going far in the tournament, but then not winning it. And again, I have a feeling that Portugal is going to do something this year. I don't know. You guys probably already guessing it. Portugal are going to make it to the final. And see, this might not be completely common sense. This is more something that I would love to see. And with me, I guess a lot of other people. Argentina versus Portugal in the final. Messi versus Ronaldo one last time at the highest stage. This is honestly ridiculous. I don't know. The predictor is saying that it can happen. I predicted it to happen. Judging from my prediction record, then it probably will not even happen. But let's just act like it will. So who would end up victorious? Argentina or Portugal? I'm gonna let you guys think about that for a second. Comment down below who you think will win between these two. But let's move on to the third place player for a second. Brazil versus England. And with this one, I personally think that the heartbreak will be way too much for Brazil. Everybody's calling them the favorites, so for them not to make it to the final will kind of just break them mentally. So in the playoff game, I don't think they will be anywhere near their best. Where on the other hand, I think England will be very eager to show one more time that they're actually a great nation. So I think England will take third spot at the World Cup. But then we need to go back to the big one, the final, Argentina-Portugal. And I think that I have my pick. Argentina to win the World Cup with Lionel Messi raising the trophy for one last time. It will be his first time winning the trophy, but it will settle the debate. It will just settle the debate for once and for all. Messi will then be the best player. He won everything. He won the World Cup, carried his nation to the trophy. But if this game actually ends up happening, that's not something that we have to talk about. We will just have to enjoy Messi versus Ronaldo for one final 90 minutes or maybe 120 minutes even. But like I said, I think that Argentina will walk away with the World Cup trophy. So guys, that's it. My prediction for the World Cup, the entire tournament from the group stage to the final. It will be Argentina versus Portugal in the final, and England will beat Brazil to get third place at the FIFA 2022 Qatar World Cup. So guys, let me know your prediction in the comments down below, and also let me know if you agree with my prediction. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, click my videos on the end screen right now, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.